Hey everybody, the Reeswirl here, and welcome back to more Ace Attorney Dual Destinies. Okay, I believe we're on Investigation Day 2. Oh, I'm an idiot. If you look to the left of the screen, it says. I'm also using a controller for once, because, oh no, it seemed I had to click like 3 times in order to advance stuff, whereas with a controller I think I only have to press A once. Seems to be the case. But I guess we'll see as time progresses. So having a yokai testify in court is unprecedented to say the least. I am Tenmataro, the yokai you seek. How could such a straight-laced man like Mr. Tenma suddenly become a demon? Yeah, it's strange. Even worse, Prosecutor Blackwell is playing along. Of course he is. It's in his, favour, I guess. I can't even think straight anymore. I need to go out for a run. See you in a bit. Wait, what about the investigation? Back! Whoa, whoa! Trucy, welcome back. Oh, you're in your stage outfit. Back from work? Yep, I really nailed this new magic trick I've been working on. I also heard about those tricks that were conjured up in court earlier today. Yeah though, the demon out of nowhere trick and Polly's tightrope style defense trick. I was seriously considering a disappearing act of my own after all that craziness. Anyway, our next trick is to find a suspect other than the mayor. So I know the killer must have used the air duct in their escape. And whoever did that was the Tenmataro that Mr. Filch and Jinxie saw. Right, maybe there's some evidence in the air duct. The real fight starts right now. Hey, before you go, let me make the evidence you no longer need disappear. Oh. Sort out my inventory. What the oh god, really? 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Oh my god. Unnecessary evidence has disappeared into Trucy's magic panties. I wonder where all that stuff goes. Okay, let's get over to the scene of the crime. Oh my god. Vamonos, Apollo, vamonos! Wow. Whoa! Okay, we're in the Fox Chamber again. Detective Fulbright, what if we search the air duct? Well, since you really are on the side of justice, I suppose I can let you. Plus, my own sense of justice has been called into doubt, so... Wonder if he's been like this ever since the trial. Well, his sense of justice has been beaten to a pulp. Ew. It'll probably take a while for him to recover. I sort of feel bad for him, but we have work to do. Let's go get the evidence we need. The air duct is the key. We know the Tenmataro impersonator used it to make an escape. After murdering the alderman, the killer left the Fox Chamber through the hallway door. Then, after locking the door from the outside, the killer entered the air duct in the hallway. Finally, the killer dropped the key into the Fox Chamber through the air vent here. Then went back through the duct and fled the manor. That's how the illusion of no one entering or leaving the locked room was created. If the killer passed through the air duct, maybe we'll find some evidence there. Yeah, maybe some black feathers or something like that. Bebe. Well, here's our vent. It's awfully high up. Don't worry. I brought a stepladder. Happy hunting. How nice of her to volunteer me for the job. I might actually not use a controller, it feels weird. And also, the mouse movement is so slow, it's really bad. Whoa, it's pitch black in here. Well, here goes nothing. Dear me. There's a thick layer of dust in here. And I don't get it. There was nothing in there, was there? Find anything? Yikes! Apollo, what happened? You're covered in dust. Yeah, dust. Lots of dust. Oh, that's what he doesn't get. If it was used, it wouldn't be dusty. So, what'd you find? You know how dust collects on something when nobody uses it for a long time? Yeah, like Mr. Wright's desk back at the office. Right. You think it'd be possible to crawl over that sort of dust without leaving a trail? I seriously doubt it. Wait, you're not suggesting... No one's gone through that duct lately? Kinda looks that way. I'm just hoping that disconnecting my controller won't screw everything up. Let's find out. Hey, it did nothing. Perfect. Yeah, I'll just go back to using the mouse. It's not really a big deal if I have to click 3 times. As opposed to, you know, just pressing 1 button. And if it's true, Maya Tenma is going to be fingered as the killer. But if we don't turn things around quickly, in justice we trust. Ah! Sorry, Mr. Justice, but it seems your justice was not the most just, after all. It is my sense of justice that has prevailed. Detective Fulbright sure seems chipper all of a sudden. Ugh. And I'm back to my old devastated self. Oh, come on. Where's that never say die spirit? Bring it on, Mr. Liar Man, bring it on. Let me suffer in peace. Justice prevails once more. It's not over yet, and besides, kicking someone when they're down is what bad guys do. Are you calling me a bad guy? Me, Bobby Fulbright, champion of justice? Then how about some information on the investigation? We need some help here. Information? About the investigation? Look how shocked he is. Oh my god! Alright, but I won't have you calling me a bad guy ever again. Understood? We did it, Apollo. Yeah, but how long can we keep this up? Who cares? My god. The investigation. I can't believe Prosecutor Blackwell would stoop that low. Wait, what happened? Oh, I mean to pinning the blame on a yokai. He really wants a conviction at all costs. She could give a yokai a run for its money when she's mad. Yeah, she could. Yes, well... I have him writing a self-reflective essay as we speak. I doubt that'll teach him anything. Yeah, he'll probably just write Dotard 1,000 times. That whole yokai business is most likely a ploy to win a conviction. Truth is, Prosecutor Blackwell believes Jinxie Tenma planted that yokai stuff. Planted it in an effort to protect her father. The real killer. Yeah, right. I'd like to see him prove it. Whoa, calm down. He doesn't have any direct evidence, but we did find this. It was at the base of the cliff just outside Kyubi Manor. Wait, that isn't the staff Tenma Taro was supposedly carrying, is it? The one and only. Oh. Miss Tenma no doubt tossed it over the cliff when she was done. No way. Well, what about prints? There are none. Nope, no prints, but if she was wearing a costume there wouldn't be any anyway. Well, prints or no prints, it's not going to work in our favour. Sounds like the staff might have belonged to the mansion. If that's the case... then where in the mansion did Tenma Taro get it from? The Amazing Ninetales. Did Prosecutor Blackwell figure out that the victim was the Amazing Ninetales? He did indeed. He's a sharp one, alright. He figured it out while investigating the municipal merger and the victim's past. The Amazing Ninetales sparked the yokai craze and worked against the merger. And Mayor Damien Tenma is the corrupt politician who murdered that great hero. The Amazing Ninetales' fans are so angry they even tried to storm the detention center. Oh wow. I don't blame them. I mean, their favourite masked wrestling hero was murdered. They must have been shocked when they found out what happened. Speaking of which, isn't Jinxie also a fan of the Amazing Ninetales? Ah, a wrestler's mask is more precious than his own life. He'd never unmask himself in front of others. But there are matches where wrestlers battle for the right to remove each other's masks. To have your mask torn off is the worst humiliation a wrestler could suffer. That's why their masks are more important to them than life itself. She spoke with a passion that only a fan could appreciate. We ought to become fans ourselves and go protest in front of that prison. What? No! Did you forget that Mayor Tenma is not only Jinxie's father, but our client? Oh yeah. You be careful now. You're defending the most hated mayor in history. I just hope you don't find yourself on the wrong end of on a figure 4 leg lock. Maybe I should wear a mask to hide my identity. Are there any other new developments we should know? Now that you mention it, our suspect is suffering partial memory loss, but he did manage to remember something. He did? What did he say? He said he didn't want to speak with us. His exact words were, "I am under no obligations to speak with you mortals," and other things of that nature. I wonder what Mayor Tenma remembered. Too bad you can't go and ask him now, because Prosecutor Blackwell's busy questioning him. I know! Why don't you wait down at the playground with the rest of the kids? Wow, what dick. What now, Apollo? How about regrouping back at the agency? Good idea. We might get some words of wisdom out of Mr. Wright while we're there. Maybe. It's time to leave. Whoa. Oh, it's there. So let's say, where's the agency? Maybe I'll go read over some past cases. And I'll go do some research on exorcisms. Hey, what's with you guys? You seem bummed out. How should I put this? It's like we're at the edge of a cliff and the only way is down. In other words, business as usual, right? Yeah, I suppose so. Except this time, it's like we're bound and gagged too. Don't forget blindfolded with our ears plugged up. Ooh, and monsters at every turn, huh? Sounds rough. Hey, Apollo! Oh, and Athena's here too! Mr. Wright! Hey! How goes the investigation, Apollo? Athena? I think it's safe to say things have gotten hairier than before. Really? What happened? Oh, we can talk to Phoenix. Our defense. I was watching the two of you this morning from the gallery. That was one tough day in court. I got the way he looks, to say the least. He looks kinda gormless. I know, I've never had to defend a yokai before. That business about the locked room was another major hurdle. Yeah, and on top of that, Jinxie was accused of being an accomplice. But at least you figured out how someone could have escaped the Forbidden Chamber. Yeah, well, we just found out that our reasoning may be a tad flawed. Oh, really? Well, that's bad news. How are we going to get out of this one? The worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. Force? A smile? Yeah, my mentor taught me that, back when I was still learning the trade. She also taught me to return to the basics whenever I got stuck. Return to the basics? That's right, always believe in your client, no matter what happens. That is a lawyer's greatest and most trusted weapon. The basics. Always believe in your client, huh? You and Athena. So, Mr. Wright, how long have you known Athena? I met her during a trip to Europe. Huh? You were in Europe? Why haven't I heard about this before? Yeah, I went there a few times to study the various legal systems over there. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. I thought you worked as a pianist after you quit practicing law. I did, but an old friend of mine needed help with some legal work from time to time, so... Oh, I guess you were never very far from the courtroom then. It was like fate brought us together. It's thanks to Mr. Wright that I became a lawyer at all. I knew she was lawyer material from the moment I met her. I have high hopes for her ability to analyse people's emotions. Oh my god. Oh, it's nothing special. Maybe I've underestimated that analytical psychology of hers. It's just I thought that if my special ability could help defend innocent people... then I have to do everything in my power to bring it to the courtroom. That's when I really started hitting the books hard. I'm still amazed she actually became a lawyer. And at the tender age of 18, no less. Wow, that's almost superhuman. Or personal. Like she's trying to help somebody she knows. Alright, I'm totally pumped up after talking to you, Mr. Wright. It's like you said, the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. And don't forget to return to the basics whenever you get stuck. Keep believing in my client. Right. Mr. Wright? Yes? I'm going to go visit our client again. I think that's a good idea. Alright, time to see what's new down at the detention centre. I thought he was being questioned. Oh, we moved there automatically. Okay. Although, I know in the show they changed it from when you force your biggest smiles, it's... essentially when you've hit a brick wall, that is when you laugh. It was something like that anyway. Alright, visitor's room. Mayor Tenma, we wanted to talk to you about something. Karshaw. What? So, my minions have returned. Apollo, he still thinks he's a yokai. I wonder if we'll ever be able to get to talk to Mayor Tenma again. Silence, peddler of the legal trade. Free me from these imprisoning walls with great haste. Wow. He's sounding more and more like a real demon with every sentence. I'm starting to wonder if we should even be helping him win his freedom. Still, we can't let Mayor Tenma stay possessed, you know what I mean? If you can clear me of these charges, I shall help in whatever manner I may. Now ask of me what you will. I suppose it's worth a shot. I don't like he's doing the hand squeeze thing. Feathers and tracks. Were those feathers and tracks at the scene of the crime really your doing? Indeed. The remnants of Tenmataro, king of the underworld, they be. The day when I once again dominate the mortal world is at hand. Caw. The prosecution claims the feathers and tracks were planted by Jinxie. What's this? I must breach these walls and go defend my little Jinxie at once. That's... Ah, he changed! Yeah, when the thing on his chest flares up, that's when he's Tenmataro. And when it closes, he goes back to his normal self. Huh? Mayor Tenma? Is that you? Well now. Damien... Oh. Damien's pace to still reside within this body. I should have expected as much from a descendant of mine. Be silent now, Damien. As this a little thing like demonic possession won't stop a father's love for his daughter. You didn't kill Alderman Cuby, did you? I have killed no one. The remnants of my presence have been misconstrued. The murderer is not I. For if I had slain that mortal, raging hellfire would have consumed him, leaving naught but ash. Yikes. So you're saying there must have been somebody else there? Come to think of it, the mayor had mentioned that he'd been clubbed with this statue. I better ask about this too. So what you remembered? Detective Fulbright mentioned that you might have something new to tell me. Indeed I have. I regurgitated this key but a short while ago. Behold, the key to the Forbidden Chamber. Whoa! Is regurgitation one of your demonic powers too? I do not waste my powers on such parlour tricks. Take the key from the killer, did Damien, whereupon he swallowed it. He sought to bar the killer entry to the Forbidden Chamber. So, he wanted to keep it shut tight. But no fingerprint shall you find upon that key. How do you know that? Wait, is that another one of your demonic powers? Foolish mortal, you would have me, Tenmataro, act as some asinine alchemist. I protested the jailer, and my will was done. Quite eagerly, I must add. Always an honour to serve, your malevolence. Guess I'm not the only one he scares the living daylights out of. Can we ask how you use this key? We couldn't find a keyhole anywhere in or around the door. Curse that infernal door. But if I had known its manner of opening, long ago would I have made my return. He has a point there. Maybe Jinxie knows something about how the whole thing works. Okay. So the key that the mayor took from the killer and swallowed, no fingerprints could be lifted from it. That seems painful. Why do you want to swallow a key? Wait, he got clubbed with a statue, so... I wonder if this will bring out Damien. I get the feeling he is actually possessed. Yeah, there. Do you recognize this? What, might I ask, is that? This statue was found at the scene. Someone hit Mayor Tenma over the head with it. It had been wrapped in a large cloth before the alderman's murder. Let me see whether Damien knows about such a thing. Yes. Something wrapped in just such a cloth, does he recall? A secret gift from Alderman Cuby, it would seem. He, however, had not a chance to see it till now, for the cloth did conceal it. Maybe the cloth fell or was removed after the mayor was struck. Of that, Damien does not know. A secret gift. Interesting. Maybe Jinxie knows something about it. I should question him about the blackmail letter too. Oh yeah! Let's see what he says when I show it to him. I'd forgotten about that. Yeah, blackmail. That's her statement. That's the blackmail letter. Why this? This is that accursed blackmail letter that was sent to Damien. Apparently somebody slipped it into the alderman's pocket. We believe someone, probably the killer, stole it from Mayor Tenma's briefcase. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you? Lots of cawing again. You have questions, do you? Very well, ask away, mortal. Blackmail letter. There we go. Who placed this in the alderman's pocket? It was not I. Very few were they who knew the letter was in Damien's briefcase. So, whoever knew about the blackmail letter being in the mayor's briefcase is a potential suspect in its theft and placement in the alderman's pocket. Could it have been his doing? I think I know who he's pointing at. Pointing toward. Mr. Mayor, Mr. Taro. Did you just remember something? Indeed I did. There was but one other who knew of that letter. Damien's aide. Florent Lebel. Well, thankfully we know that it was him because of the anime cutscene. Full knowledge of that briefcase's contents did that aide possess. Then he may be the blackmailer and the murderer we're looking for. That is preposterous. He's a most trusted advisor. He would never betray Damien. It seems like Mayor Tenma is a bit too trusting of those around him. Still, this is huge. Now we know who might have slipped that blackmail letter in the alderman's pocket. Look out, Florent Lebel, here comes Justice. Let's go find Mr. Lebel and rake him over the coals. Thanks for the help. You've just given us a major lead. It's highly likely that it was Lebel who took it from the mayor's briefcase. There's something that still bothers me. If Mr. Lebel is the killer, what could have motivated him to open the Forbidden Chamber? We should probably search it for clues. Only one problem. How do you open a locked door that doesn't have a keyhole? Let's go talk to Jinxie. Maybe she can help. She's still doing the grabby thing. Where'd Jinxie be? Yokai Lane again? That's the last time we saw her. I guess so. Yokai Lane. Hey, isn't that... Oh god. Wait, she doesn't have the charms on her. You dare imprison me. Jinxie! She's acting really strange. That loathsome no-good nine-tailed fox, he shall know the terror that is mine and despair. You shall pay. Oh, you shall pay dearly. All of you. Jinxie, are you alright? Oh. Is that you, Mr. Demon Lawyer? Morning, Jinxie. Morning? Isn't it already past noon? What am I doing here? Last I remember, I lay down to take a nap back at the manor. Oh no. It must have been the... Oh god. Makuragaishi. Makuragaishi? Ever wake after a restless night's sleep to find your pillow in an unusual place? or that you've been sleeping on the floor or in the hallway. Well, it's that yokai's fault. The Makura Gaishi preys on people while they're asleep. Sounds like you just need to be tucked in really tight. Or maybe a snug sleeping bag. Jinxie, how come you don't have any charms on your forehead? I don't? Oh, they must have fallen off. Without them, evil things can creep into me. I'd say we had a more than adequate demonstration of that just now. I better reapply them. There we go. Jinxie, there's something we wanted to ask you. There was something I wanted to tell you too. I remembered something else. You did? What was it? Oh. Fair enough. What you remember? So, can you tell us what you remembered? Well, after the trial I remembered lots of stuff. But there was one thing I thought was really weird. I'm almost afraid to ask, but here goes. Really? What? It's about the yokai feathers and tracks. They weren't there when I first opened the door. Wait, what? Pardon me. Double pardon me. You sure? Uh-huh. My memory's crystal clear now. So you're saying they were left at the crime scene after you found it? This could spell major trouble, Apollo. Why? Because Jinxie is already accused of leaving the feathers and tracks at the scene. Oh, and if it turns out that's actually the case, or more so, if it turns out the feathers and stuff were placed after she found the scene, that only implicates her further. If they weren't there when she discovered the crime scene, it will totally fuel the claim that she fabricated the evidence later on. Ack. Jinxie's fuzzy memory on the whole incident is really working against us. The prosecution will probably say she doesn't remember planting the evidence. Good luck rebutting that. Oh man, this is not good. I sure hope she didn't plant the evidence while she was sleepwalking or something. The Forbidden Chamber. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to know how to open the Forbidden Chamber, would you? That door doesn't even have a keyhole. Well, it's supposed to have a secret mechanism. They say you have to figure it out before the keyhole will appear. A secret mechanism? Really? Uh-huh. It's hidden in the Fox Chamber. But only Alderman Cubey knew what it was, and how it worked. The Alderman of Ninetailsville sure loved his secrets. Apollo, let's go see if we can find that secret mechanism. Oh, slow down. There's something else I need to ask about. Jinxie, is there only one key to the Forbidden Chamber? Uh-huh. Even the Manor's Master Key won't open it. That's because it's a very special room. That must never be opened. Guess that means nobody entered the Forbidden Chamber after the murder. After all, we know Mayor Tenma took the key from the killer and swallowed it, so the Mayor's efforts to keep the killer out of the Forbidden Chamber were kind of pointless. Ah, we're not in vain. Alright. There's only one of its kind. I'm confused. Because the Forbidden Chamber was opened regardless. Like, it was open anyway. Like, it was opened. Wait, how was it sealed? I'm trying to remember the cutscene that happened at the beginning of the case. I just remember the night Alderman, sweet dreams, and he gets stabbed. But I don't recall him ever actually opening the Forbidden Chamber. He took off the seal. Was that all he did? It can't have only been the seal that kept Tenmataro there. That'd be a bit crazy. Okay, do you recognise this? Alderman Cubey made that statue. It's a token of goodwill. I think it was meant to be for Ninetailsville and Tenma Town. A token of goodwill. But the two yokai are fighting. Fighting? Oh, I see what you mean. The cup portion is missing. Wait. This statue. Oh! Originally depicted the two yokai holding up a cup in celebration. But it sure doesn't look that way now, does it? Maybe it broke when it was used to hit Mayor Tenma on the head. That would explain it. I guess the only two people who knew what it really looked like were the Alderman and I. Now it's just me, but its symbol of goodwill will be forever etched in my mind. Okay. So originally had a cup there. Obviously must have broken off after it was used to bludgeon. What's his face? So, is there anything else we should know about Jinxie? No. That's about it. Whoa. Okay, never mind. Ah, my bracelet. It's reacting. Jinxie, you wouldn't happen to be... In Justice we trust. Yikes. A ghost! Detective Fulbright, what are you doing here? I have business with this young lady, if you must know. Prosecutor Blackwell has asked me to question her. Question me? Sorry, not interested. Are you here to ask about that whole yokai affair? That's right. Specifically, we want to ask... Ah, but I can't tell you that now, can I? Oh, come on, please. We're partners in justice, remember? Oh, right. No. Prosecutor Blackwell specifically told me my questions were of the utmost justice. I will not fall for your lies. In justice we trust. The Twisted Samurai sure has him on a short leash. So you're not a ghost? Maybe some sort of urban troll then? Now come along, Miss Tenma. To the station with you. Oh. He took her away. It's my chance to see what she was lying about. Well, at least we found out there's a secret mechanism for opening the chamber. Let's go check it out. I just hope they let us in now. Yes, I do too. Wait, why are we in the garden? Oh god, he has a different coloured hair! Ah, it's La Belle End! Oh, what an absolutely fabulous scent! I'm so glad I had these carnations imported from England. Nothing but the finest will do. Perhaps I should place one aside for our dearly departed alderman. Hey, it's Mr. Belle End! Apollo, let's ask him about you-know-what. Oh yeah, before we search the Fox Chamber, we should ask about the blackmail letter. Why, if it isn't the Mayor's little lawyers. What do you want with me? Oh, there's something we wanted to ask. What the hell? Where's that ringing coming from? You'll have to excuse me. Oh, what the... What the hell? Hello, Lavelle here. What the... Those things on his shoulders are cell phones? Yes, about that. You must forgive me. This whole matter with Mayor Tenma has been a complete nightmare. Where do you buy clothes like that? Surprised? This is my own special design. It's the ultimate in functional beauty. I don't like how he keeps playing with his flower. Just looks very odd. Functional beauty. Are you sure about that? Looks a bit unwieldy to me. Ah, great. You simply don't have an eye for beauty. If having an eye for beauty means looking like this guy, I'd rather be blind. So, what do you want with me? Ah, there we go, we can actually talk to him. Sheesh. Did you see Tenma Taro? Both Jinxie and Mr. Filch said they saw Tenma Taro. But what about you, Mr. Bell? Or Mr. LaBelle? If you were in the foyer, why didn't you see... God, I hate this guy so much. Very well, I admit it. That's right, I, Florent LaBelle, saw the demon Tenma Taro. So he did see something.